So this video is going to be in a continuation of understanding how we can use the log properties in order to help us to solve equations. We're not completely there yet with solving equations using logs, but this is definitely a nice start to where we want to head. So in this problem, we have the log base 2 of 8 times the radical of 2 is equal to x, and our whole goal is to be able to solve for x. So notice we still aren't learning how to get x out of an exponent yet, or a variable out of an exponent, but we're going to just really make sure that we can understand those properties of logs. So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and do to solve this would be to convert it into exponential form. And so to do that, I'm going to go ahead and take my base of 2, and I'm going to raise it to the power of x, because I'm going to switch my input with my output, since logs and exponential form are inverse functions. And that's going to be equal to 8 square root of 2. And so now you might be thinking, okay, well, we just put the exponent as a variable now, and we don't know how to solve that. However, we do know how to make two sides of an equation have a common base by using properties from the previous chapter. So we're going to go ahead and keep this as 2 to the x. And now I'm going to ask myself, is there a way to rewrite 8 using a base of 2? And there indeed is. I can go ahead and write this as 2 cubed multiplied by, and then now let's ask ourselves, is there a way to write the square root of 2 with a base of 2 instead? And there is. And we learned that that was equivalent to saying 2 to the 1/2. Well, now that we have everything having a common base, it now is going to become very simple to compare them. And let's now remember our properties of exponent rules. If you're multiplying two of the same base, we can go ahead and add exponents. So again, we'll leave this as 2 to the x, and then this will become 2 to the 3 plus 1/2. And so we end up with 2 to the x is equal to 2 to the 3.5, or 7/2, depending upon which way you want to look at it. And you're going to go ahead and find out that x is really just the same thing as saying 3.5. Because since the bases were the same, that means that in order to make this equation be equal, that means that whatever x represents has to be equivalent to whatever this exponent is. And so we have our answer that x is equal to 3 to the 1/2.